Hello dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Pharmacy Classes. Today I will discuss practical pharmacology first. आज यहाँ पर हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं डी फार्म सेकेंड ईयर के प्रैक्टिकल्स के बारे में। तो प्रैक्टिकल नंबर 1 आपका जो ऑब्जेक्ट है, इफेक्ट ऑफ माइड्रियाट्रिक्स एंड मोआइटिक ऑन रैबिट आइज। तो इसके बारे में आज हम लोगों को जानना है। तो चलिए वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले यदि आप चैनल पर नए आए हैं तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब करिए, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करिए और वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगे तो लाइक करना मत भूलिए। चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Girish Bargulio, and I welcome you all to study experiments of pharmacology. The title of this experiment is to study the effect of mydriatics and meiotics on rabbit's eye. Let's have a look at the objectives of the experiment.
Objectives of this experiment are to understand the phenomenon of mydriasis and meiosis, to understand the phenomenon of cycloplegia and photophobia, to understand the phenomenon of paralysis of accommodation.
Requirements of the experiment. Animal required is rabbit. Drugs required are pilocarpine 4% and cyclopentolate 1%. Instruments or equipments: rabbit holder, pen torch, cotton swab, scissor to cut eyelashes of the rabbit, transparent scale and dropper, etc. Now let's look at the theory behind the experiment.
The circular, colored moving disc of eye is called iris. It is present in between cornea and lens. Pupil is the central aperture of iris. The pupil regulates amount of light entering inside the eye. Its size is controlled by two small smooth muscle fibers, namely circular muscle fibers and radial muscle fibers. The iris consists of circular and radial smooth muscle fibers. Iris regulates the amount of light entering through the pupil. Pupil size is regulated by parasympathetic reflex through circular muscle fiber and sympathetic reflex through radial muscle fiber. The parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves regulate the pupil size or diameter. Circular muscle is innervated by parasympathetic nerves and radial muscle by sympathetic nerves. In bright light, circular muscle of iris contracts due to stimulation of parasympathetic nerves and pupil size decreases. In dim light, radial muscles of iris contract due to stimulation by sympathetic nerves and leads to increase in pupil size. Increase in pupil size is called mydriasis and decrease in pupil size is called meiosis.
The size of pupil is controlled by two muscle fibers of iris called circular muscle and radial muscle. This is normal pupil size. जब हम ब्राइट लाइट में जाते हैं उस वक्त सर्कुलर मसल फाइबर का कॉन्स्ट्रिक्शन होता है जिसके कारण प्यूपिल की साइज कम हो जाती है। इसके अपोजिट व्हेन वी एंटर इनटू अ डिम लाइट, रेडियल मसल्स का कॉन्स्ट्रिक्शन होता है जिसके कारण प्यूपिल की साइज बढ़ जाती है।
Drugs which increase pupil size are called mydriatics. Because of mydriasis, an individual can see objects which are far away but fails to observe objects which are nearer. This inability is called cycloplegia. Because of cycloplegia, person fails to respond to bright light. This inability to respond to bright light is called photophobia. Drugs which decrease pupil size are called myotics. Because of miosis, an individual can see the objects which are nearer, but fails to observe objects which are far away. This inability produced is called paralysis of accommodation or spasm of accommodation.
The procedure to study the effect of mydriatics and myotics on rabbit's eye.
To study effect of mydriatic and myotic on rabbit's eye, select an adult and healthy rabbit of either sex. Place it in a rabbit holder properly. Touch the eyelashes and whiskers of the eye of the rabbit with a sharp scissor. Check the corneal reflex, light reflex in right eye of the rabbit. Touch the cornea of rabbit's eye with cotton wick. The rabbit blinks the eye. It means that the corneal reflex is present in the right eye. Focus the right eye with a beam of light from a paint torch and observe the blinking of eye. It means light reflex is present too. Measure the size of the pupil with a scale. Repeat the same observation in left eye of the rabbit. Thereafter, treat the right eye of the rabbit as the control eye and left eye as the test eye. Instill 2 to 3 drops of pilocarpine solution in the test eye of the rabbit. Apply slight pressure with finger on the medial canthus to avoid nasolacrimal drainage of the drug. Measure the pupil size in both the eyes at an interval of 15 minutes up to 1 hour. You will observe that the pupil size of the test eye decreases as compared to that of the control eye. Also note the unchanged pupil size in the control eye throughout the experiment, along with presence of corneal reflex and light reflex. Now observe the corneal reflex and light reflex in the test eye. You will notice that these reflexes remained unaffected. It means that the drug pilocarpine is myotic and doesn't affect other eye reflexes. For studying mydriatic effect, use the same animal after allowing a time gap of 24 hours to wear off the effect of earlier drug used. Instill 2 to 3 drops of cyclopentolate solution in the test eye. Apply slight pressure with finger on the medial canthus to avoid nasolacrimal drainage of the drug. Measure the pupil size in both the eyes at an interval of 15 minutes up to 1 hour. You will notice that the pupil size in the test eye increases as compared to that of the control eye. You will also observe that the light reflex is lost. This means that cyclopentolate is a mydriatic. You will confirm the mydriatic property of cyclopentolate by simultaneous observations on the control eye, which remains unaffected. Thus, we can say that parasympathomimetics show meiosis, whereas sympathomimetics anticholinergics show mydriasis.
प्रोसीजर बहुत ही सिंपल है। रैबिट लेना है और उसकी दोनों आंखों में प्यूपिल की साइज मेजर कर लेना है। उसके बाद जब हम मायोटिक इंस्टिल करेंगे, सो आफ्टर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ मायोटिक एजेंट प्यूपिल साइज ऑफ द रैबिट्स आई विल डिक्रीज। तो ऐसा ड्रग जो एडमिनिस्टर या फिर इंस्टिल करने के बाद प्यूपिल की साइज डिक्रीज हो जाती है उसे मायोटिक बोला जाता है। सिमिलरली ऐसा ड्रग जो इंस्टिल करने के बाद प्यूपिल की साइज इंक्रीज हो जाती है, डायलेशन ऑफ प्यूपिल प्रोड्यूस होता है, तो ऐसे ड्रग को हम मेड्रियाटिक ऐसा बोलते हैं। दिस इज द ऑब्जर्वेशन टेबल।